The Echo Beyond the Stars, Part 1. The year was 2147, and humanity's reach had extended far beyond Earth. Colonies bloomed on Mars, mining stations dotted the asteroid belt, and massive research ships sailed the silent seas of deep space. But among all these triumphs, there was one mystery no one could explain. A signal. It was faint, barely detectable, hidden in the static of the cosmic background radiation. It pulsed every 72 hours, carrying a strange rhythm, too structured to be natural, too alien to be human. The signal was traced to a region known only as the Silent Expanse, a vast area of space avoided by explorers for centuries. No stars, no planets, no light. Just darkness stretching for billions of kilometers. When the research vessel Artemis IV was assigned to investigate, the crew believed it would be a routine mission, a few weeks of scanning, some boring reports, and then home. But Captain Ilara Voss had a feeling, the kind of instinct that tightened her chest and made her restless at night. She couldn't explain why, but the signal didn't feel like just numbers in the dark. It felt like something calling.
The Echo Beyond the Stars, Part 2. As Artemis IV entered the edge of the Silent Expanse, every display on the bridge flickered for a moment. The stars behind them still burned bright, but ahead, absolute blackness. It was like flying into the absence of existence itself. "Scanners are blind," muttered Dr. Ren Ishikawa, the ship's astrophysicist. "No radiation, no particles, no stellar remnants. It's nothing." Yet the signal grew stronger. The pulses shifted in frequency, almost as if reacting to the ship's presence. Captain Ilara leaned forward, staring at the data stream. The pattern was unmistakable now. 3 short bursts, 1 long, then silence. Over and over. A chill ran down her spine. It wasn't random. "Commander Yuno," she said, "prepare a deep-range probe. I want eyes in that void." The probe launched with a silent flash, disappearing into the endless dark. Seconds passed, then minutes, then... "Captain," Ran whispered. His face was pale, eyes locked on the monitor. The probe was sending back an image. Not stars, not dust, but structures. Massive, geometric shapes suspended in the void. Perfect angles, towering like skyscrapers, yet floating in nothingness. And then, before the feed cut off, the probe captured something else. A single light, blinking, in rhythm with the signal.
What is
The
that?
Echo Beyond the Stars.
Beacon, it's pulsing with the
Part
signal.
3.
Faster now.
The bridge of Artemis IV fell into silence. The crew stared at the frozen image, the light blinking in perfect rhythm, like a beacon hidden inside a forest of impossible structures. Then the feed collapsed into static. "No signal from the probe," reported Commander Juno, her voice tight. "It's just gone." Captain Ilara's hands clenched around the armrests of her chair. She knew probes didn't just vanish. Something had taken it. Before anyone could speak, the ship's comms system crackled. At first it was static, then unmistakably a voice. A distorted whisker, repeating the same sequence of pulses they had been chasing. Dr. Ren's face turned white. "That's not background radiation anymore. That's a transmission." "From what?" Juno demanded. Ren swallowed hard. "From something that knows we're here." The crew exchanged nervous glances. The Silent Expanse was supposed to be dead, empty. But now... The light in the void blinked again, faster this time, almost inviting. Captain Ilara stood, her decision already forming. "Prepare the shuttle, we're going in." The Echo Beyond the Stars,
Welcome
Part
back.
4.
The shuttle Orion detached from Artemis IV, its engines humming softly as it drifted into the Silent Expanse. Inside, Captain Alara, Dr. Wren, and Commander Juno sat strapped into their seats, eyes fixed on the growing shapes ahead. As they approached, the structures revealed their true scale. They weren't towers, they were monoliths, stretching for kilometers, perfectly aligned like the remains of a colossal city built in the void. No debris, no decay, just silence. Wren's voice trembled. These formations, they're older than any star chart we have, older than our species, maybe older than Earth itself. The blinking light pulsed again, guiding them deeper between the monoliths. The rhythm had changed, faster, sharper, almost like a heartbeat. Then, suddenly, the shuttle's lights flickered. The instruments went dead. "Systems offline," Juno barked, slamming controls that no longer responded. The shuttle drifted helplessly, gliding into the shadow of a massive structure. The crew held their breath as the darkness swallowed them. Then, light. A symbol appeared on the monolith's surface, glowing with an otherworldly shimmer. Circular, complex, filled with spirals and lines that seemed to shift as Alara looked at them. Wren whispered, "It's a language." And then, in perfect broken English, the shuttle's comm system spoke. "Welcome back." The words echoed through the shuttle's comm system, metallic, yet undeniably human in tone. Did it just say welcome back? Juno's voice was sharp, almost angry, as if the words themselves were an insult. Alara's chest tightened. Back? We've never been here before. Wren leaned forward, staring at the glowing symbol on the monolith. Unless someone else has, a long time ago. Before they could argue, the symbol shifted, breaking apart into fragments of light that swirled in the air. They moved like living things, forming shapes, figures. The crew watched, frozen, as holographic images flickered into existence. They weren't alien, they were human. Men and women in strange, ancient suits of armor like exoskeletons. They stood in ranks, hands raised toward the sky. Behind them, massive ships, unlike anything in humanity's records, pierced the void. Wren's voice cracked. This can't be. Humanity didn't reach deep space until 2 centuries ago. The images shifted again. The humans vanished. In their place, a shadow appeared, something vast, many-limbed, its form bending reality as though light itself feared to touch it. The voice returned. This time, not in English. Not in any language they knew. But somehow, they all understood. It is coming. The Echo Beyond the Stars, Part 6.
It has awakened
The shadow
again.
on the monolith twisted,
Do not
its
let
many
it reach
limbs
Earth.
reaching outward, stretching across the void like claws of darkness. The hologram flickered, distorting the shuttle's interior with streaks of light and static. Juno gripped her seat, knuckles white. What the hell is it? Some kind of warning? Wren's eyes darted across the patterns, his mind racing. Not a warning, a memory. These structures, they're archives. Someone left this message behind. Alara narrowed her eyes. Someone human? Wren hesitated. Or something that used humans. Before anyone could respond, the shuttle shuddered violently. A deep, resonant hum filled the cabin, vibrating through their bones. The monolith's glowing symbol expanded, enveloping the shuttle in a sphere of light. Suddenly, stars appeared outside the windows, not the black void of the Silent Expanse, but a brilliant sea of constellations unfamiliar to any chart. Juno gasped. "We've been moved?" Wren shook his head. "Not moved. Shown. This is another place, or another time. In the illusion, or vision, they saw it, the same shadow from before, descending upon a fleet of ancient human ships. Beams of impossible energy tore through their hulls as soldiers screamed in silence. The humans fought bravely, but one by one, they fell into the dark. And then, the vision focused on a single ship, the last one standing. Its captain looked directly into the recording, his face worn but defiant. His voice rang clear. "If you find this, it has awakened again. Do not let it reach Earth." The vision collapsed. The shuttle was once more in the silent expanse, floating in the black. Only now, the blinking beacon was gone. In its place, another light appeared, far larger, moving, approaching.
The Echo Beyond the Stars.
Welcome to
Final
the
part.
cycle.
The new light swelled in the void, growing brighter until the entire shuttle was bathed in its glow. Unlike the beacon, this was no fixed signal. It was moving with purpose, immense and unstoppable. The crew of the Orion sat frozen. The silence of space pressed against them, broken only by the slow, deliberate pulse of the light. Ilara's voice was steady, but her hands trembled. "That's no star. That's a ship." As the shape emerged, their worst fears were confirmed. A colossal vessel drifted into view, black as obsidian, its surface alive with shifting lines of crimson light. It dwarfed anything humanity had ever built, larger than cities, larger than mountains. The design was unmistakably alien, yet fragments of its structure looked hauntingly familiar. Human. Juno whispered, "It looks like it was built from the racks we saw in the vision." Ren swallowed. "Not built. Absorbed." The alien ship loomed closer, and suddenly the shuttle systems roared back to life. Panels lit up, engines thrummed. But none of the crew had touched the controls. The ship was flying itself. On the comms, the distorted voice returned. Calm, almost gentle. "You are chosen." The shuttle was pulled toward a vast opening in the alien hull, a hangar glowing with an eerie light. Resistance was impossible. Every thruster fought against invisible currents, useless. Inside, the walls pulsed like veins carrying energy. Machines, part flesh, part metal, watched from the shadows, their forms unrecognizable. The shuttle landed softly, as though placed by an unseen hand. Ilara stood, forcing herself to remain composed. "We make contact. Whatever happens, record everything." The ramp lowered. A rush of sterile, metallic air filled the cabin. The crew stepped out onto a floor that hummed beneath their boots. At the center of the chamber, a figure waited. It was human, or at least it looked like one. A tall man in an ancient exosuit, the same kind they had seen in the holograms. His helmet retracted, revealing a face weathered by centuries, eyes glowing faintly with an unnatural light. Ilara's voice cracked. "Impossible." The man smiled faintly. "You came, just as we once did." Ren took a step forward. "Who are you?" The man's smile faded. "I'm the last survivor of the First War. We fought it, and we lost. What you saw in the monoliths was true. The shadow cannot be destroyed, only delayed. Every age it returns, and every age someone is drawn here to face it again." Ilara's heart pounded. "Why us? Why now?" The man's glowing eyes met hers. "Because it is awake.
and it has already begun its journey toward Earth. A silence fell over the chamber. Juno clenched her fists. Then tell us how to stop it. The man's glowing eyes met hers. You cannot stop it. You can only choose what remains after it passes. Sacrifice or survival. The lights around them flared. The alien ship trembled, as though alive, shifting course through the void. Outside, the silent expanse rippled with strange distortions, like a storm spreading across the stars. Ilara looked back at her crew, then at the ancient survivor. In that moment, she understood the truth. Humanity wasn't the first to walk the stars, and if they failed, they wouldn't be the last to fall. The survivor raised a hand, and the chamber around them dissolved into white light. His final words echoed in their minds as everything faded. Welcome to the cycle. The end. But with an open mystery. Is humanity doomed to repeat the past, or will they finally break the cycle?